Hello, welcome to your monthly forecast videos for July 2018. This month we have a partial solar eclipse on Thursday the 12th, followed by a lunar eclipse on Friday the 27th. So for this video, I will be using the Fairy Tarot Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and the Rider-Waite Tarot for your messages. I will be drawing 2 cards for the eclipses from the tarot deck and a card from the Oracle deck as an overall theme for your July. Okay, so let's get started with your readings. Taurus, let's see what July has in store for you. So I'm going to be drawing a card for the solar eclipse mid-month, and then a card for the end of the month for the lunar eclipse for Taurus. Show me the energy for Taurus. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm going to look at the shadow as well. I hadn't really intended on looking at the shadow card, but we'll go ahead and do that since I usually do anyway. Okay, so the Queen of Cups here. It looks like this is your indicator card. You're going to be a bit cuppy this month. You're going to be a little bit sensitive to the moon cycles, which would be the eclipses. You may be feeling it. You may be feeling it in your body. It could come on as like a wave of emotion. You're not really sure where the source is from. Just know that it's an astrological influence and it passes just like the tides also go back out. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or flooded in some way with these feelings, it's okay. It's like just let the tides roll back out. The Queen of Cups says you're feeling a bit sensitive, and that's okay. So this is very gentle energy. She's the most gentle queen. She's very sweet to other people. So it's, again, just important to be sweet to yourself, gentle to yourself, self-care, things like that. Take it easy is what it says. Try not to push too hard. It does look like at the solar eclipse you're going to be moving on from something that no longer serves you, and that's a very general way of describing this card, but it's like you're no longer willing to participate in the drama, either of other people's dramas or your own personal drama. So it just looks like you're moving forward in a way that's a lot more calm. And it looks really promising in the direction that you're going. It's like you're making a really smart move here. Now, it looks like you could be getting things in order. Logically, it looks like you've taken the time to sort of reflect and review, and you've made a choice then to move on. This isn't something that's happening to you. This looks like a free will choice to sort of go, you know what, I'm going to move in a different direction where things are a bit easier, where I'm not having to push so hard or try so hard. You don't have to. And I think that you realize that. And it looks like whatever choice you make, it's like you're moving forward and you have really good expectations for where you're headed. It does look like towards the end of the month, you're going to be feeling a lot more secure. Okay, security is very important for Taurus in general. It looks like you have things a little bit more under control where you're not being influenced as easily by other people's energies, things like that. And you're taking things slow. That's what I really like here. It's sort of like slow and steady wins the race with this card. And you're piling things up that you are going to need. So I see that you're adding things to the pile here. Resources, you're adding resources. You may be able to save a little bit as well. This card has a pretty big financial theme to it since it's Pentacles, and it has enough to go around. You may also be wanting to buy some more clothes or buy new clothes for the season, for the summer, I guess, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So that's one of the messages that I'm getting with this card. But yeah, it looks like you're gonna be avoiding any emotional melodrama and sort of where you're more in control and more in charge of your world. And it's really interesting what I'm seeing here is these trees in the distance. As you go from one coast to the next coast here, it looks like you have the 2 trees. They're pretty far away But then I see that you've arrived and you've actually settled in here. So it's like you've got the two trees, then they're much closer in the foreground. And this almost gives me the impression of like you taking off on a vacation or something like that, or going somewhere, and then arriving at the hotel or the Airbnb or whatever that is, in the home. And it's like you're settling in and things are very, very pleasant around you. Okay, so without it necessarily being a literal interpretation, these are just the general sort of themes that I'm seeing. It's like moving on, not having to struggle or participate in any sort of melodrama, and feeling a lot more secure financially, emotionally, everything. Okay, so looks like you make a smart decision for yourself. Smart choices. And this isn't something that just comes out of the blue. This has been something that you've been thinking about for a while, and maybe planning for a while, sort of wondering, should I do this for a while? It looks like you end up doing it. Okay. Sensitivities are just what comes up with this. It's like wanting to take care of yourself, putting your needs first. Okay. So the advice card that I'm going to draw for you, Taurus, will be the Princess of Autumn, it looks like here. Studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. Feels very playful. You've got a lot of books, a lot of things that you're wanting to study or read, and that may be all of the things that I'm seeing stockpiled up here. Maybe you're going through a bunch of papers that you have piled up, or some reading material that you've wanted to get to for a while. The Queen of Cups tends to preserve her energy, and she does withdraw when she feels like she needs to, and it looks like you may enjoy spending some time alone to either read or whatever that is, learn. Okay, so the card also says happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. Wonderful. So I'm seeing both of these cards reflected in this message here. So again, being able to save money, being financially secure towards the end of the month. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. That looks like that would be this card, right? And the well thought out plans that go perfectly looks like this. Again, I was sort of getting that you were thinking about moving forward in this direction for a while, and you finally end up doing that. And the push to get going is like you pushing away from the coast and actually, then sailing across the water. So I like this message for you, Taurus. This was your message for July. If you liked it, leave a like. If you like my content, please subscribe. And if you would like a private reading, I'm available through Skype, phone, or in person. And if you're in the LA area, you can definitely do an in-person reading. Otherwise, you can book a reading through my website, SunGoddessAshley.com. I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. Okay, I will see you in the upcoming videos. Have a great month. Take care and be well.